Konstantin Korotkov is considered to be among a handful of the premier physicists in Russia, a country that reveres its scientists. I considered it a genuine honor to have an hour of his time so that he could bridge our understanding of the unseen world of energy with scientific principles. As a professor of physics, Konstantin holds 12 patents on biophysics inventions, including that of his renowned bioelectrography device, which captures living energy fields around people, plants, and water, all living systems. This device has allowed us to peek into the essence of the life force itself, including our food supply, the water we drink, and the energy that occurs when two or more gather. The word energy is now coming to the forefront. You can even hear it on the evening news, usually with some sort of derogatory statement following it because it's considered New Age. However, it's anything but. It's the building block of everything, and you have done remarkable work in measuring the energy output so that we can really start making a crossover from the world of science into the world of energy, energy healing, and so forth. Can we start with some of the very common elements of life around us, our air, our water, our food sources? And I know you say Americans have horrible food, and you're absolutely right. So begin there or wherever you like with this.
Okay, so you're absolutely right that now the word energy is very, very popular. But to use any word, first of all, we need to get definition. What do we mean by that? Because in a lot of metaphysical background environment, they use this word without any meaning and without understanding. So when they use energy healing, sorry, what do you mean by that? So first of all, we need to make very clear definition. And I'm a physicist with background in quantum physics. I've spent many years in Soviet Union in this type of research. So for me, it is absolutely acceptable to take normal physical definition of the word energy. And we have many different types of energy. We have energy mechanical, we have chemical, we have physical energy, we have potential energy, kinetic energy, and in particular in biology, in our research, we use energy that we define as energy of electrons.
Of electrons, yes.
So we can measure in principle and exactly define the energy of electrons, and typically it's measured in electron volts. And then we can tell that we have electrons in background state, in organic molecules, and we have excited electrons that have extra energy. And this energy may be accepted by light, because when we accept light, mostly sunlight, we increase the energy of our body. It means that we increase the energy of particular specific electrons. This same way we can increase this energy by electromagnetic impulses, by different fields. And these electrons may be transformed from one part of the body to another part of the body. So when we tell about energy, energy circulation, energy movement, energy meridians, we mean that we define this energy as electron transfer along protein complexes in organic tissues and in particular in connective tissues. So in Russia we have a very strong line of biophysics, and it was demonstrated and proven in biophysics that electron transfer in complex organic molecules can come due to tunnel effect.
Say that again? The
tunnel effect.
Okay.
So it's jumping of electrons from one group of molecules to another group of molecules, because it was a big question how it's possible. And of course we have a lot of electron transfer due to electrolysis, because in our connective tissues we have always some water molecules, and these water molecules allow us to organize this electron transfer. And this is, from our point of view, it's the basis of all this energy transfer, energy work.
Which is what the energy work of energy healers, Reiki, and so forth.
No, no, no. Okay,
No?
let's not mix together everything.
Okay, so that's what I was asking. When we talk about the energy healers, are they actually affecting these exact portions of the, you say, through the water, through the connective tissue, and so forth? Is that what they're?
Yes, they do
Yes.
this through the water,
Yes.
from our point of view. And when we tell that the person is full of energy,
Yes.
or it's lack of energy, it means that there are electrons that are transported to mitochondria, and then they are used to produce ATF, ADF, to really get energy to muscles and to different organs and systems. So we are based on normal biophysical concepts of energy stimulation in the body, and this concept is underlined by electron transfer. So from this point of view, then it's understandable if we have some device or human influence or the influence of some particular food or water. This is designed only to provide those electrons to different parts of the body. And our brain, our mental concentration, would allow us to redistribute those electrons from one part of the body to another part of the body. And in Oriental practice, it is known as energy movement along chakras, along meridians, along kundalini. And it's really effective because it's measurable.
Right.
We can measure the output of photons or electrons in different parts of the body. We can measure temperature in different parts of the body. And this allows us to see this transfer of energy.
And they've actually been, even the images of this have been captured using radioactive isotopes along meridians, acupuncture meridians, by Jean-Claude Duras years ago. So we can see that there is a movement of something beyond what is clinically definable.
No, but it is clinically definable. But the problem is that no one was able to define meridians.
Meridians, exactly.
Because they don't exist.
Yeah.
We don't need some nosological passes, because it's transfer of electrons, transfer of energy due to this electron transfer through the connective tissues, through the bone marrows. So it may be done in any part, and there are seems to be some specific areas where it is more likely to have this transfer, but it depends on condition. Any acupuncture doctor knows that some points may be active, some may be absolutely slow. Some give big resistance, some give very low resistance. And it totally depends on condition of a person and time cycle of a person.
Right.
Because it changes with time, it has its own cycles.
And the human body the human being having its own cycles, we breathe, we sleep, we eat, we drink water, and basically we're living in a world, certainly in the Western world, in the United States to a very good extent, that it's denuded of any kind of really vital energy source, starting with our food, the vitality. And you've actually taken it upon yourself, you've done a tremendous amount of travel to be able to measure the output, I guess it's the electron output of all of these substances. And what have you found in the way in which we're living in the modern world?
We are measuring the output of electrons and photons stimulated by electromagnetic field. So it is quantum process. That's why we can measure it at any subject. Would it be living being? Would it be water, some cosmetic product, leaf, plant, or stone? And the only difference that for human being it is some changeable process. It is repeatable, but it's quite stable. But it has some line of variation.
Right.
We have much stronger energy in daytime, then it comes down, then again it increases, then it comes down again. So we have a cycle. We have a day cycle, we have a month cycle, we have a cycle during the year, and we have the main, in our life, 11 years cycle. So when we are measuring food, again, we are measuring this output of electrons and photons. And we have a database of situations when we are measuring good food, organically grown, conventionally grown, and chemically grown. And of course, it's a tremendous difference.
And this difference has an impact on our overall health, the quality of our lives, our energy levels.
Yes, it has a very clear effect on our health state. And it was a study done by different groups using different instrumentations, including ours, that demonstrated that people who drink good water,